In her address to the Accra Conference on Reparations, Caricom's General Secretary Dr. Carla N Barnette confirmed the heads of government's support for the conference and for the efforts towards reparatory justice for the crimes committed during the transatlantic slave trade and for the genocide of the native peoples of the Americas.
Reparatory justice for the Caribbean community is a priority for heads of government who agree that collaboration with Africa on reparations is critical to moving this agenda forward. They have expressed their full support for the convening of the Accra Reparations Conference as a strategic and prime opportunity to forge a common, collaborative agenda between the Caribbean and Africa on reparations.
The Caribbean community has been ahead of the curve on the issue of reparatory justice. In 2013, the heads of government authorized the Caricom Secretariat to pursue reparatory justice for the crimes committed during the transatlantic slave trade. The Accra Conference seeks to have all the efforts of the nations and peoples who suffered as a result of the slave trade to unite in that pursuit.
The crimes committed against humanity are indisputable, and the debt has not been paid for systemic exploitation, extraction of wealth, pain and suffering, apartheid, Jim Crow, and psychological harm, leading to persistent poverty among African-descended people across the globe, and the genocide of native peoples which accompanied colonization. To address this cruel history, the descendants of the victims are due just restitution, compensation, and guarantees of non-repetition.
The Director General of Caricom says attitudes are changing, with many of the beneficiaries of slavery accepting the need to pay compensation.
We are at an important inflection point in the global movement for reparatory justice, arguably one of the most important human rights movements of our time. There have been important developments, such as the recent apologies from the government of the Netherlands, the Church of England, and prominent families in the United Kingdom, and the establishment of funding mechanisms for repair programs. We now have legal luminaries, economists, and other experts undertaking the important work of costing the damage and further mapping out the compelling case we have for reparatory justice.
The African Union and Caricom are combining forces with other groups and nations the world over as they press for reparatory justice for what was one of the most brutal systems in world history. Stanley Lucien for the HCS News Force.